Afternoon. Dwayne here at Dry Creek Wrangler School. We have a saying around here: when I get a really good cigar, it's called a mustache burner, because I smoke it all the way down till I'm in danger of lighting my mustache on fire. And I'm just finishing up one here that is truly a mustache burner. Went to the post office today and they pick up the mail, and there was a box in there with a gift from a fella, and he sent me 3 cigars that I have never tried. The brand is extremely well known. They were Davidoffs, and this is a Davidoff Winston Churchill late hour. One of the finest cigars I have ever enjoyed, but it's pretty much done. So sadly, reluctantly, I'm gonna have to put it down. I talked the other day on a video. There's a couple of cigars that I've talked about that are no band, no name, no brand cigars, and there's been interest in those, and I want to talk about them today. I told the story about stopping in Fink's Cigar shop in Helotes, Texas, and meeting a couple of really nice guys, where I was introduced to these cigars, and they're excellent. And so I've had a lot of interest and requests on them. As I'm going to tell you about the cigars, then I'm going to tell you it's kind of unique, and I'm going to tell you about them and how, if you're interested, you can look into getting them up. So this cigar is, I think the ring gauge is a 54, all right? It's a 6x54, and it is Nicaraguan filler, Nicaraguan binder with a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. And it is as well made and as good a cigar as you're gonna. It is an excellent cigar. Very smooth, very flavorful, extremely well wrapped, put together. It rolled up very nice. They smoke very smooth. And then this one is a 6x60, and it's all Nicaraguan. It's a Puro. It's the filler, the binder, and the wrapper is all Nicaraguan. And so there's a fella in Nicaragua who's from Cuba who wraps these and sends them up to Texas. Now, a fella in Texas has a foundation, a charitable foundation on the internet, and it's called Jadens Journey Foundation. And I will have a link in the description. And what they do is once a year, the fella personally rolls these cigars in Nicaragua and sends them up to this foundation. And every year in November, Jadens Journey Foundation has a big gala, and it's a big cigar and wine gala and a golf tournament and things, and they raise money for this foundation. This foundation helps handicapped children, and that's what it's for, and that's what the profits from these, all the profits go to that foundation. I talked about in the video a little while back, Brotherhood of the Leaf, how it is a brotherhood, and it's just one of those things that people network, and they get to know each other, and they meet each other through this. And so I just wanted to share this, had a lot of requests, and I wanted to share the quality of these cigars and where you can get them, and this foundation. We're going to buy cigars, and we're going to enjoy cigars. So why not from time to time spend the money where it's going to do good and get your good cigars, and in buying the cigars, you help out something that's really positive and does a lot of good. Now, I'm not sponsored by these guys, okay? I was introduced to the cigars, and I liked them so much, I got several of them, and so I called the foundation and called the fella that I had met and asked his permission to introduce you guys to this foundation and introduce you guys to this cigar. And he gave me his permission and said, by all means, And so I'm just doing this because I think it's worthwhile. I think the cigars are worth it, and I think the foundation and the purpose is worth it. And so I just want to pass that on. Now, the cigars are sent. They're only sent once a year, and they're snapped up pretty quick. But a lot of times after the event is over, there's still cigars left over. I don't know if they still have some now. But Johnny said if you'll call and inquire about it, then they'll take care of you, and they'll write it down and do what needs to be done to help you out. So again, it's just a short video. It's a little different thing, but I just wanted to pass that on. So it's a Nicaraguan Puro, and Nicaraguan with a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. Excellent cigars that you can get if you'll contact Jadens Journey Foundation at the link that I'll put in the description. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. You won't be disappointed in the quality of the cigars, I assure you, or in the foundation and those fine folks at all. So if this interests you, then get a hold of them, and maybe hit share on this and send this link on to somebody else who might be interested, and let's see if we can spread this out a little bit and spread out the enjoyment of what we get and do some good while we do it. All right? So we'll catch you guys later.